What's going on, guys? Welcome to the weekly live chat. I do these every single Wednesday. I need to make them a more consistent time. I kind of been messing up over the past month or so. I used to do 6, and then I moved it to 8, and then I was like, okay, 8 or 9, and now it's 10. I'm doing it at 10. I think going forward, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to stay consistent and do it every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. I feel like I'd be able to make that work better. Because there's always something going on. And sometimes I'll occasionally do it at 10. But for the most part, I think I'm going to try to stick to Wednesday at 9 p.m. If you're watching this right now live, if you're watching this later, let me know. What's the time that you prefer? So I'm talking 9 p.m. Eastern time. Not that I'm going to say, you tell me to do it 1 p.m. Eastern. It's not happening. But I'm just curious, what do you guys think about that time? But either way, you always know at some point in time, between 7 and 10 every single Wednesday, I will be live. And if you turn on notifications, you'll know that. And I always try to schedule it at least an hour ahead of time. So I'm here now. Would appreciate if you guys could like the stream, whether you're watching live or in the future. I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel, as always. It is June 7th, 2023. Holy hell. Typical Joey rant about where does the time go. I'll just skip that for now. But yeah, it's the week of UFC 289, which has that barn burner of a main event. Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana. Co-main event, Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush, which I would like to talk about in this stream to be quite a bit. To be honest, is what I meant to say. Because the more I've thought about that fight, the more I've just getting more and more confident with my pick. I released my full breakdown and prediction for the co-main event. That's the only full breakdown and prediction video I'm doing on the channel for 289. I think going forward, what I'm going to do is, it seems like you guys love a lot of people love the full card. Here's what I think I'm going to do for the future going forward. I'm going to do the full card predictions. Then I'm going to start with the main event, okay? Unless it's Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana. I'm going to start with the main event and then work my way down to the most important fights and do as many full breakdown and prediction videos as I possibly can do. Might be 2, it might be 3, it might be 4. And then that way, even if I don't get to them, I still have my full card predictions. And the stream on the Friday before the event, I will still go over my full card predictions like I have been for the last however many months I've been doing that. So there you go. That's the update on the channel. It's June 7th, which is crazy. We are at 9,825 subscribers. So we're 175 away. So maybe by the end of the week, depending on how the subscribers go. I think since yesterday, we picked up about 100 or so. Something like that. 85, maybe. I don't remember the exact number. I looked at it earlier, but in the last day, we've picked up about 100 subs. So we got 175 left. We might pick it up by Saturday. We might hit it Saturday. If we hit it on Saturday, I'll probably do a live stream on Monday, because Sunday, I'm going to have work to do on the full card picks and post UFC 289 content, and I'll be up late on Saturday. So we'll probably do a 10K subscriber live stream on Monday. If we hit it by some chance tomorrow or Friday, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to figure it out from there. Maybe I'll just do a really long stream on Friday night. But I don't know. Anyway, guys, as always, put your questions in the chat, whatever you guys want to talk about. We're going to talk about UFC 289 predictions, Chris Weidman returning against Brad Tavares, which I already posted a video on, and Oliveira versus Dariush, which is incorporated with UFC 289 predictions. Because, to be honest, I really want to talk about that fight. That's the people's main event. I love that fight. I can't wait to see that fight. And I have the more I've thought about it, the more confident I've gotten in my prediction. So I want you guys to know I'm very, very confident in my pick. After flipping and flopping and flipping and flopping and flipping and flopping, I'm very confident in my prediction for the co-main event now, Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush. So I want to talk about that as much as we possibly can this week. because if it comes to fruition on Saturday, I want full credit of what we've talked about in the stream. And also the other reason I want to talk about it, it hasn't been the level of hate that I got for picking Bilal. It hasn't been the level of hate that I got for picking Adesanya. But there's been a lot of people kind of telling me, I don't know about that, Joey. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. And it seems like the person that I am picking is being counted out, which if you watch any of the videos, you know who I'm picking. So I want to continue to talk about it so I can have people in the chat tell me what an idiot I am, how stupid I am, and then I made a wrong pick, and then we can see on Saturday who's right or wrong. So anyway, there's the update on the whole channel. And if you haven't watched any of those videos, Oliveira Dariush full breakdown and prediction, Weidman, Brad Tavares announced, Dana White humiliating himself at the recent post-fight presser, UFC 289 full card predictions. I would encourage you and appreciate it if you would check every single one of those out and help the channel. We're about to hit 12K views. We already hit it. Never mind. I'm wrong. We hit 12K views on the Dana White humiliates himself at post-fight presser. And that picked up over 2,000 hours of watch time, or just about 2,000 hours of watch time, which is insanity. You need 4,000 in 1 year to get monetized on YouTube. So I think I'm going to have to start doing more of those, because it seems like people love those. I'm just going to start fact-checking Dana White at post-fight pressers. Pull out, he only does like a 20 or 30-minute scrum. Pull out the most notable statements and then break them down, whether they're accurate or fictitious or delusional or unhinged. Pull out the best statements. Maybe I'll start doing that from every post-fight presser. I have like these series of videos that I do, grading the pay-per-view cards, things I love about the pay-per-view cards, thing I hate about the pay-per-view card. Cut these fighters, post-fights, predictions. Might as well add it, Dana White post-fight, whatever you want to call it. Analysis, recapping Dana's post-fight presser. Because it seems like people love those. 1,000 of those hours came from me, Joey. What, you watched the video multiple times? Thank you for the 3 months of membership, Sly Tendencies. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for the 3 months. Joey is the GOAT of MMA YouTube content. Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it. Dana shills out in full effect. Yeah. The Dana sycophants. The Dana White sycophants. The Dana deep throaters. Cry Cara France, what's up? Can we get the longest stream in MMA Joey history, please? No. Thoughts on the Embedded series? Look, call me a casual. I haven't seen them. I have not seen them at all. I've not seen a single one of them. But I'll try to watch. Sometimes I try to watch them if I get some free time and I'm like, I'm kind of bored. I'll just kind of catch up on the Embeddeds. But it's very rare that I don't remember the last series of Embeddeds that I've watched, the entirety of them. What's up, Jono? Oliveira going to starch him. I'm riding out with Charles Oliveira. That's the pick. Are you still leaning Yair? Yes, dude. I think I might pick Yair. I really think I might pick Yair. And it's right around the corner, dude. I got to decide. What's up, Fries? What's up, Benji? Hey, Joey, I caught it live. How have you been? Great uploads, by the way. Boycott Wingstop. I've been good. I'm glad you caught it live, and I'm glad you've been enjoying the uploads, Sly. I'm happy to have you in the stream. What's up, Mario? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Joey, that sounds like a good idea. Okay. Would PFL try to bring testing agency like USADA after the doping scandal? Unlikely at this point in time. Unlikely. You doing a 10-hour stream? No, I'm not doing a 10-hour stream. I'll do like 4 hours. I think Oliveira beats Dariush by TKO. I desperately wanted to pick Charles Oliveira by TKO, okay? And I think Charles Oliveira is going to hurt him badly, and then he could follow him to the ground and just finish him with shots. But he just prioritizes the submission. So I feel like he's going to hurt him and then immediately look to start climbing on his back and looking for a rear naked choke. But maybe he'll just finish him off like he did Chandler. Pause. So I even said that in my prediction video. I wanted to pick him TKO, but he almost always prioritizes the sub. Jack's house is 200K highlighted his stream yesterday. Okay. What's up, Tommy? If Charles wins, will they give him a title shot or give the winner of Dustin versus Gaethje? Probably the winner of Dustin versus Gaethje, which is annoying. I wouldn't mind them if Oliveira goes out there and starches Dariush. I wouldn't mind him I wouldn't mind him getting a rematch, especially after I rewatched it. It wasn't that as non-competitive as I thought it was. You got Charles by first round TKO. Can't wait for the Charles haters tears. Is it really Charles haters? I haven't paid attention. I still have Nunes beating Aldana. I don't think anyone has Aldana beating Nunes. I mean, she hasn't really showed it. Great video about Dana White. People who defend Dana remind me of the spouse abuse victims who keep running back to their abuser. One day I got to make a video about the Dana White sycophants. Why do MMA fans worship Dana White? Dana shills out in full effect. I watch all your stuff, Joey. You're funny and you tell it like it is. That's the way I am, man. That's the way I am. But appreciate it, man. I appreciate the compliment. With Messi coming to Miami, Colby isn't even the biggest draw in his own home city. Yeah, Colby's not a draw at all. Sycophants, Joey's new favorite word. Yeah, I broke it out in the video as well. It's just perfect. The sycophants. The sycophants, the sycophants, the sycophants. I'm trying to think of what video it was. There was another video where I broke out a word and I thought, oh, Patty's going to have to pull out the dictionary to figure this one out. He's going to be pulling out the dictionary and the thesaurus and the encyclopedia, and he's going to be Googling, and he's going to be like, There was something I used recently in a video. I can't remember what it was. But yeah. That's the new, do you not know that's the new nickname? I'm trying to, look, I 100%, I don't care what anyone says, okay? I don't care what anyone said. I started Colby Covington in witness protection. I was the first person to say that. I swear I was. And I take full credit for that. And I pushed it around the MMA community. It ended up becoming way bigger. Everyone was saying it at some point in time. I need to start the nickname for the UFC dick riders, for the UFC Dana White dick suckers. I need to start up the Dana White sycophants. That's what they are. They're Dana White sycophants. We can appreciate when Dana does something good. We can appreciate when the UFC makes great matchups. I talk about them all the time. Oh, I love Charles Oliveira versus Dariush. Can't wait. It's awesome. But we can also criticize them without, saying, oh, well, if you're going to criticize, why can't you just leave them alone? They make all these good decisions. Why you got to talk about the negative? Well, because that's what we're supposed to do. Also, if Colby Covington is the co-main event, of UFC 294, which may or may not happen, I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on with the T-Mobile Arena getting booked around UFC 293. The new nickname for Colby Chaos Covington is Colby Co-Main Event Covington. That is the new nickname. So I'm just trying to start up a new nickname for the Dana White lovers, the Dana White sycophants. When did you stop watching UFC MMA content? I used to watch every interview, but I barely watch nowadays. I don't remember, dude. It wasn't like one day I woke up and just said I'm not watching anymore. But for a long time, I would consume the countdowns. I would watch the embeddeds. I've talked about this ad nauseum on stream before. I love primetime. UFC Primetime was some of the best countdown shows I've ever seen. But I never was a big fan of any, MMA media member. I never really liked watching any of them. The only thing that I truly enjoyed and watched every single week was the MMA Beat. I enjoyed the MMA Beat when they had, Ariel, Luke, Jeff Wagenheim, and Chuck Mindenhall. I thought that was enjoyable just because you had 4 different perspectives, and I thought it was a decent weekly show. I think it came out every Thursday or Friday or something like that. But when's the last episode of the MMA Beat? Which MMA Beat died off before the last episode, so I don't even remember MMA Beat last episode. Because I think they lived on after they tried to continue. After all the main characters went away. So, whenever that was, probably around, it looks like this one's without Ariel, so I would say 6 years ago or so, I stopped watching. I never really watched any MMA content creators on YouTube. half the ones I even know exist now, I never even knew existed before I started this channel. For some reason, people think I lie about that, which is such a dumb thing. Like, why would I lie about that? You can go back to some of my first streams when I had 2 subscribers. They'd be like, oh, who do you watch on MMA YouTube? And I'd be like, oh, I don't really watch anyone. I don't really know anyone. Because I never found anything that I enjoyed for years, so I just stopped looking. That was the true inspiration of the channel. I thought the MMA media were filled with a bunch of, for lack of a better word, pussies. And then I felt like there was no real MMA content that wasn't incredibly biased, heavily favored towards betting, which I don't care about that much, or really care about at all, and also extreme bias towards the UFC. It's just crazy. So there's none of them that check those boxes. There's none of them that can check all those. And so essentially what would happen is an event would end and I'd have nothing to watch. There's literally, imagine that. That's like literally like torture. There's nothing to watch about it. There's nobody to interact with. You know, I had a couple friends that are like casual fans. I had one friend for a while who was more of a hardcore fan. But outside of that, it's like there was nothing to watch. And then I always thought, I've thought about it since like 2013. Like, I would love to start an MMA YouTube channel. I could say all the things, like there were so many stories that would go on and I'd be like, why is nobody saying this? It's driving me nuts. When the MMA media just rimmed up the whole Brock Lesnar DC altercation. Sometimes the interim titles that don't matter and are ridiculous in terms of the time frame. Stuff like the BMF belt, you know. There's no one... I didn't feel like there was anyone out there saying some of the stuff that I wanted to say, and that's what inspired me to make the channel. And you can go back and watch every video, every stream that I ever posted, that I ever done, is on the channel from the very first one, and you can see consistency throughout. I don't watch anything. I didn't enjoy anything, and that was the inspiration for my channel. And that's, I mean, if you haven't been watching for long enough, you know this. You know this. This was the inspiration of the channel, was to give a voice to things that I felt needed to be said, that were being ignored or not even said purposely, and to try to give as unbiased of opinions towards the MMA landscape as possible. You know, I know there's plenty of people that think, oh, you're biased for this, you're biased for that. Of course there's going to be an unconscious bias for everyone, but for me, I actively try to be as unbiased as possible. And that's why people ask, oh, who are your favorite fighters? I'm like, I don't really have a favorite fighter. I just have favorite fighters to watch. There's fighters, of course, that I don't like, which I talk about openly, the ones that I don't like. But at the end of the day, none of these guys are paying me. You know, there's nobody cutting me a check to promote them or talk shit about them. Or I'm just giving my opinion. That's it. I'm just giving my opinion and doing the best I can to be as completely unbiased as possible. And just try to also educate people on things that I might know about from watching for 10, 12 years that other people may not know about. D, thank you for the $2 dono. What's up, Joey? I love the content. Keep doing your thing. I will keep doing my thing. I appreciate you, D. I can only imagine what your last name is, D. Can you fill us in on your last name? What's your last name, D? But anyway, thank you for the $2 dono. Yeah, but there's got to be someone in here right now who's been watching since like May, June, July of 2021. They're like, yeah, this is the same shit he's been saying for 2 years. So happy you tell it like it is. Appreciate it. Sycophants, Joey's new favorite word? Nah, that's not my favorite word. By any means. I wonder what my favorite word is. I would love to know what my most used word is. Probably disgusting or brutally. Anything new on Hamzat Usman? No. Stop. Colby, you did say that first. I did. Colby title shot is so weird. Yes. Your prediction gives me hope. We need Oliveira Makhachev too. Hell, I wasn't too keen on it, but I'd like it. Strange feeling that Leon Colby won't fight in Abu Dhabi. I would just love if Bilal gets the title shot over Colby. So, it would just give me pure joy. I'd be like, the UFC doing the right thing. Oliveira's a good bug. He ain't beaten either Benny or Islam. He can't beat The other guys? Okay. Why are we typing in all caps here? Armin would beat Charles. Okay. Strange feeling. Okay, read that. This just in, Mike Grundy's replacement fighter for the UFC 291 main event. Stop. If you're going to call Colby that, you have to call Bilal. Remember the prelims, considering he fought in the prelims while being top 5 and in Abu Dhabi, where you said he was a big draw. Yeah, that's why he was in the prelims, because the main event of the prelims is supposed to attract a lot of people, but also in his last fight, he was in a co-main event. So you can go back and say, oh, this or that. You can call Bilal co-main event Muhammad, but guess what? He's in co-main event too. So, Colby will sell more than Bilal. That's more money for Hunter and Dana. Okay. But not by much is my point. People thinking Nate is a great fighter. Yeah, I mean they have a cult as well. How much high can Jim Miller go in current lightweight rankings? He's not in the rankings, is he? He's not in the top 15. As far as I know. I think grown man would be the most used words. Fair enough. What's up, Joey in chat? Cheers, everybody. What's up? What's going on? I see Sean O'Malley artificially extending his championship run by fighting once a year if he wins it. Dude, I don't think O'Malley will be an active champion by any means. After criticizing Aljo for not fighting, I do not think O'Malley will be an active champion. Which is quite sad, to be honest. That's all I want is active champions. If anything, I'm biased towards active champions. Charles Oliveira was active. Izzy's active. Usman was active. I used to love Benson Henderson because he was super active. So, I love me some active champs. That's my preference. Okay, that's where I'm going to show bias to. Where's the black and gold befitting a champion? It's in my closet. Your most said word is washed. Yeah, I'm that guy. Okay. Should Amir get the title shot or should it be Royval? I think it should be Royval. But we got to see what happens in the main or co-main event. In the co-main event of UFC 290 first. We can't decide what's going on with the title picture until we see that fight. To be honest. Brutally or grown man are your most used words. I wonder how many words that I've now snuck secretly into other people's vernacular just by them watching the streams and videos. Like I wonder if any of the words that I've used or been using have snuck into your guys' vocab because of you listening to me. Like brutally, grown man. I love saying, yeah, one grown man worried about another what a grown man's doing. So, four fastener, battery impact tool, steering damper, tires, tobacco chew, Marlboro Reds, NASCAR, Rip Darn Earnhardt, Daytona 500. Wade, thank you for the 199. You're right about Dana continuing to spew BS. Yeah, Dana's always been like that. And it's just gotten worse and worse and worse, and he's becoming increasingly more and more unhinged. And there's no pushback, so it's like at least I can call it out. Because I'm so tired of just making stupid statements and then there's no pushback. There's absolutely no pushback at all, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. But I'll continue to do it. I've been watching for a long time. That's crazy. I'd love to know who the first subscriber was, but there's no way to know that. There's no way to know that. I guess if somebody turned on their subscriptions public, and then I checked and seen they subscribed on like April 4th or something, I'd be able to tell. Which is crazy. Let's see. Lifetime. I always like looking, because you can see people who have public subscribers on. I like looking and seeing who has the most subscribers of the people who subscribe to me. But I can go back, date subscribed. The first public subscriber I have, hold on, I'm doing this wrong, is somebody named Paul, April 8th, 2021. So let's see how many subscribers I had on April 8th, 2021. Let's go back and look. I had 3 subscribers on April 8th, 2021. So that guy Paul is one of my first 3 subscribers. I can at least confidently say that. That's crazy. So shout out to the guy named Paul. That's actually wild. I gotta go to lifetime. It's crazy how you can see this. And then my next public subscriber was April 18th, April 18th, April 21st, April 21st, April 23rd, April 23rd. It's pretty crazy. So a lot of these people have been subscribed for a while. All right, anyway, moving on. Yeah, the guy Paul is my first public subscriber. But he would have been one of my first 3. Didn't realize how close you were to 10K. You're on the rise. Yeah, we're almost there, buddy. We should be there by next week. Maybe the next day or 2. Honestly, it depends how it goes. There are 49 million kangaroos in Australia and 3.5 million people in Uruguay. If Australian kangaroos invaded Uruguay, each person would be forced to fight 14 kangaroos. Can we get a prediction? I'll take the kangaroos, I guess. I don't know. I mean, 14-1. I like those odds. Even with a handgun, dude, they're going to get the shit kicked out of them unless they're sniping them from a distance. So, thoughts on Nate Train getting such a big step up in competition against Dan 50K Ige? I think he's going to get brutally slumped. First round. Could you see Royval becoming champ? I could. In his fight with Brandon Moreno, he got injured, so we didn't really get to see it play out. And Royval is just so scrappy. Look, the People's Champion wins the belt. We get to see him lose it. It's worth it. Okay. Brutally chopped legs. Wood chipper. You have a Delco accent. Where are you from? What does Delco mean? It was me. Yeah, of course. You're going to claim that. Didn't realize. Okay, read that. Oliveira and Nunes both winning. Agreed 150%. What do you think of OSP fighting in August? Honestly, I saw the news, and the first thing that came to my mind was I could not care less. I mean, OSP is dead to me at this point. He's dead to me. Boys. It's just... I don't know. I can't really say that I care. I can't really say that I care. Delaware County, PA, in between Philly and Camden. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. So there you go. Bro did him dirty with the Delco accent. It was me. Dude changed his name to Paul. Dude changed his name to Paul just for fun. Dude literally made that account just now. June 7th. You're a clown, bro. I wonder who really did that. Basically calling me a hillbilly. Well, I'll be damned. I love NASCAR. Propane accessories, chewing tobacco. Delco isn't the sticks. It's mostly urban. Okay. Joey, can we get a full UFC 289 breakdown prelims to main card? I might have a video like that on my channel, Derek. There might be a video like that on my channel. Derek. Okay. Not calling you a hillbilly. It doesn't matter, dude. I was just kidding around anyway. If Royval becomes champ, I could see him being an Oliveira-like champ, not in terms of skill or greatness, but in the sense that he's a very entertaining champ who fights like a berserker. Look, you can go back on some of my early videos on the channel. I hate to keep pointing to this. Like, oh, I called this back then and here and there. But like, let's go on my channel right now real quick and search. A long while ago. January 9th, 2022. Brandon Royval versus Rogerio Bontorin breakdown and prediction. I talk about how much I love watching Brandon Royval fight, and that he's an elite of the elite fighter, and he's just such a scrappy, crazy fighter, and he's probably one of my favorite flyweight fighters to watch. Can we listen to it live? Friday, I'll go through it. But not right now. Friday, we'll go through full card predictions. We're not going to get a crazy breakdown. I drink WD-40. And the earth is flat. All what's on this smoke on there is chemtrails. All this smoke is chemtrail. Inside job. Do you like beer? If so, what beer are you drinking on fight night? No, I don't drink at all. I've never drank I've never drank nor smoked in my entire life. Not weed, not cigarettes, and not any alcohol ever in my entire life. Your videos are too long. Your mother said the same thing about my dick, all right? Complain about something else. Let me stop. I got to stop. But it is what it is, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Watch half of them then. Derek, I'm sure. Nah, we're not going to go through. That was a bit rude. Damn. All right. Can't take a joke, I guess. Tough crowd. Tough crowd for tiramisu. Your videos are too long. Watch half of them then. If you don't want to watch them. I don't know what to say. I do my best to try to give you detailed videos. If you're talking about the full breakdown of predictions, there is timestamps. So I thought you were just saying in general the videos were too long. I respect your drinking decision. I don't drink either from the UK. It seems very rare. I mean, it's not really a decision. It's just something I've never been interested in doing. But yeah, it seems like most people do it, but that's their decision. Tiramisu is really mad. Tiramisu is really mad that some guy who just started his channel came in and said, yeah, these videos are too long. Give me a fucking break. Like, what do you want me to do? What would you like me to do? Give me a solution to that. Like, I do my best. You act like, hey, like a fair criticism would be, hey man, you're talking in circles for 15 minutes. That's not happening. So you can't say that, you know? There's people that do long videos that talk in circles. My videos, I try to get right to the point, basically. I try to tell a story with a beginning, middle, and end, and conclusion on top of that. And that's it. I mean, I try not to make them too long. Pause. 17 minutes, 14 minutes, 27 minutes, but a lot of clips in that 27 minutes. 26 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, 18, 17, 27, 16, 15, 15, 17, 32, 15, 18, 27, 18, 17. Damn, a lot of my videos are 17. 12, 18, 14, 28, 20, 17, 26, 17. This one's only 13. This one's only 13, so seems like a lot of my videos are 17 minutes. I jam-pack a lot of information into those 17 minutes, bro. So Patty Mills, thank you for the $10 dono. One of you is Paul. Show yourselves. We need the real Paul to please stand up. Can we get the real Paul to show up? There was a last name on there, but I didn't want to put it out there like that. So thank you for the $10 Patty Mills, hopefully. I smell ya. I just watched too many short clips. Wrecked my attention spans. Yeah, shorts, garbage. But thank you, Patty Mills, for the $9.99. Hopefully the real Paul, the original top 3 subscriber, shows himself. What is the real reason you never tried alcohol or weed? I had no desire to. It wasn't a thought process. I just never wanted to. There's not a reason behind it. Like, what do you think? What the hell you think there's some... Oh, yeah, you know, like, what? I don't even know what it could be. I tried to make up a funny story, but I couldn't think of it. Yeah, some guy whooped my ass when I was 12 years old, and he smelled the weed and alcohol. I swore it off from then on out. Like, what kind of origin story you want me to give you, bro? D, thank you for the $2 donation. Have a good night, everyone. Be kind to one another. I appreciate it, D. Thank you for the $2. I agree with you. Everyone should be kind to one another. I agree. Joey was burned with cigarettes as a kid. Yeah, I'm a burn victim. So when I was a kid, my parents would put cigarettes out on me. Okay, that's why I don't drink or smoke. Don't you know that? I've told that story countless times. Okay. So look, the thing is, if I really had to come up with an actual answer, even though there is no real answer, I would say I'm crazy enough without potentially altering my mind with alcohol or weed that I don't even want to know what I would be like on drugs or alcohol. That would be the only answer I could come up with. I wouldn't want to know. Next thing you know, I'm not even going to get into it. Never mind. I'm not even going to say that on stream. Anyway, thank you, Patty Mills, for the $10, and thank you for the $1.99D. Lengthen the video by 250%, matter of fact. Okay, I will do. I'm foaming at the mouth in anger. You were like, that was quite rude. Well, you know what, Tiramisu? Go watch another channel if that's the way you're going to feel. Okay, bud? Okay, bub? Dude, you're 100% Chandler versus McGregor is absolutely not happening. I hate how Conor's even relevant despite fighting 4 times in 8 years, 1 win over a washed Cerrone. Dude, have I not said it? I've been saying it since before even the announcement. When it was rumored, I made a video about it and said they are not fighting. And I doubt they even coach. So I was wrong about that, but still. Weidman versus Tavares, 2 over-the-hill fighters. I don't know. Tavares is less washed, though. Yeah, dude, I'm not picking Weidman in that. 17 minutes too long. You've been warned. Look, Doozy, I'm giving you 17 minutes. That's 16 minutes and 30 seconds more than I give your mother, okay? So be grateful. I'm convinced Conor only talks about fighting Chandler and making a comeback because he wants to be relevant and loves the idea of fighting more than fighting itself. Dude, you can't convince me that Conor's like in camp by any means. You can't convince me. I don't buy it. He just likes the attention that comes with fighting. He just likes the attention that comes with being a UFC fighter and not the act of actual fighting. Dude's just a long-time clout chaser. That's it. JJ Smoke, thank you for the 11 months of memberships. Worth it. I'm glad you enjoy it, JJ Smoke. In a second, we got to get into this Oliveira Beneil Dariush talk. Joey thinks cigarettes are gay and he's a homophobe. Pause. Batman origin story. Alcohol just isn't good for you, plain and simple. Or it's pretty simple. There you go. Look, French fries isn't doing it either. Keith Peterson's kid don't have to worry about he wouldn't dare waste a lick of tobacco. I'm pretty sure Keith Peterson like gets home from a long day at reffing and just like bathes in a a tub of Bud Light or something. What's up, Joey? What's going on, Philip? I don't think I will. Hate is such a strong word. Joey can't use something like this. I'll try to. Call me crazy, Joey. I think Oliveira is going to TKO Dariush. I love Dariush. Seems like a solid guy. Dude, I think Oliveira is going to finish him. Whether it's TKO or submission, that remains to be seen. But I think Oliveira is going to finish him. So who would be Chandler's next opponent if not Conor? Dustin winner? I have no idea. I think Chandler's going to waste 8 months of his career waiting for Conor McGregor to never get the fight. Imagine rimming a guy so hard for 8 months to a year just to not fight him. You think Dariush could compete with Islam? Yes. Styles make fights, and Beneil's a very interesting matchup. But after rewatching fights of Beneil's, recent fights of Beneil's, dude, Islam would outstrike him easily. Even if Islam couldn't outgrapple him. For some reason, it just disconnected, but I just wanted to type that message in there. It said it came back. If the audio is bad, just restart your app. That shit's so annoying. I got to Google that. OBS causing internet to drop. Okay, let's look at this. In some cases, antivirus or firewall security software can interfere with connection. Try temporarily disabling your security software. If disabling works, simply add an exemption for OBS. Maybe that's what it is. I downloaded antivirus software when I bought my new computer. But I don't know how to turn it off, to be honest. How to disable it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I don't know how to disable it. But that's the first thing that came up on Google. Because it's weird how it just randomly happens. It causes random internet drops for only when I'm on OBS. Of course, it makes me sign in if I want to look at that. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe I'll just disable it and see if that fixes the issue. Because it's not like I really need it. I got Ethernet, dumbass. Joey, am I crazy? So what were we talking about? I forgot that quick. I think I was saying I think Islam would easily outstrike Dariush. I think that's what I was saying, but I don't know. Joey, am I crazy to think that it's possible for Colby to just Lawler Shavkat? Yes, you are. That would never happen. All can be forgiven if you make an hour-long breakdown of Diana Belbitsa versus Maria Oliveira. Absolutely not. I got Olive's first round TKO. I almost picked Oliveira. Do you have a VPN? Yes, but I do not have it. Do I have it turned on right now? Let me take a look. I don't even know how to find it. I think I do have a VPN turned on. Do you think that's causing OBS to disconnect? Too much Boston Crab adult videos, I suspect. But yeah, it might be maybe it's my VPN. I don't know. I expect Charles to come out with a crazy fast pace like usual. I do as well. But I expect Dariush to be more defensively responsible early and be able to weather a little bit of the storm. But as he gets a little bit tired, he slows down. He's going to be trying to grapple early and often, I think. And a lot of it is going to be in the clinch, and you're going to see Oliveira like beat up the body with knees in the clinch. And then the second round, Dariush is going to be more tired. Limbs are going to be heavier from trying to grapple and initiate the clinch, and he's going to be getting beat up to the body. And then what I think is going to happen is Oliveira. If I had to just guess a strike, because I've been having a hard time, like left hook, straight right. I'm going to say a straight right down the middle is just going to pluck Dariush. Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena 2 style. Drop him badly. Boom. Oliveira right on his back, rear naked choke immediately. I think that's what's going to happen. Joe, I've got Benny in this one. Benny's striking is mediocre. It's mediocre. I tweeted this out earlier, guys, okay? While researching for my Oliveira versus Dariush, I had the following takeaways from assessing Dariush's skill set. Amazing defensive wrestling in scrambles, great kicks, best when pressuring, very hittable and mediocre striking. Offensive wrestling lacking and soft in the clinch. And I just think all those things are a recipe for disaster against Charles Oliveira. Beneil Dariush only fights well when he's moving forward. He does not fight that good moving backwards. He has some okay striking moving backwards, but against a guy like Oliveira, and then also his kicks are going to be neutralized because Oliveira is so light on that lead leg. He's got that Muay Thai stance where he's just constantly lifting up that lead leg. And I just don't think Dariush has a lot of weapons unless Oliveira gets overconfident and gets clipped. That's Dariush's path to victory. Finishing Oliveira with strikes. Or dropping him badly, controlling him on the ground afterwards. But even then, I don't think he can hold Oliveira down. I think Oliveira would create scrambles and be able to get back to his feet. So I'm very, very confident that Charles Oliveira gets it done. I think he's better everywhere. I think he's got better striking. I think he's got way more technical striking. I think he's faster. I think he's more aggressive. I think he has more of a variety of attacks. I think he has just as good defensive wrestling. I think he has a better submission game. I think he has better jiu-jitsu overall. I think his I don't know about his scrambling ability because Beneil Dariush showed some crazy scrambles in the Gamrot fight. But you look at Oliveira, I see you guys talking about weaknesses. Oliveira's only weakness is he gets clipped up. So if Dariush can clip him up, hurt him badly, then control him on the ground after hurting him, maybe he wins out some rounds that way and wins the fight via decision or finishes him. But Oliveira is just so good at staying alive. I could even see Oliveira submitting Beneil off his back. So, yeah, Oliveira's the glass jaw, right? Oliveira's the glass jaw. Let me pull up Charles Oliveira real quick. Oliveira is the glass jaw, right? Let's take a look. Oliveira has lost 9 times. He has 4 losses by knockout. When was his last knockout loss? TKO in 2017, 6 years ago. 6 years ago, right? Beneil Dariush has, 4 losses? 3 of them are by knockout, okay? And his last KO loss was in 2018. But you look at his KO losses, got put out cold by Alexander Hernandez, got put out cold by Edson Barboza, I think got TKO'd against Ramsey Ninjum, and got submitted by Michael Chiesa. So if anyone has a glass jaw, that's crazy. If anyone has a glass jaw, I think Dariush has a worse jaw than Oliveira. And I don't see Benny catching him. If you look at his striking looks horrible. I know people are saying, Beneil Dariush is underrated. Beneil Dariush is definitely underrated. But his striking ain't that good. It didn't look that good against Gamrot. It didn't look good against Carlos Diego Ferreira, which wasn't that long ago. It was like 2.5 years ago. He fought Carlos Diego Ferreira. And I don't think Dariush has a glass jaw. That's not what I'm saying, dude. But I'm just saying, if you're going to say Oliveira does, then I guess you might as well say Beneil does. That was my point. It wasn't that he does. I'm not making the argument that he does, but I'm just saying under that logic, that would support the same argument. But the striking doesn't look good. He could have lost that fight against Carlos Diego Ferreira. Third round was clearly Diego Ferreira. Second round was close. I thought Beneil took it. Guess what? Carlos Diego Ferreira, he wasn't able to control him for long periods of time. He was able to get him down, get a little bit of control time. But also, he was getting clipped up by Carlos Diego Ferreira, who doesn't even have nowhere near the level of striking that Oliveira has, let alone the level of clinch work. Beneil doesn't have good offensive wrestling or great offensive wrestling. So he's going to dive into the clinch. You're going to see Oliveira just start brutalizing his body with knees. Beneil's going to start slowing down. Beneil's going to get clipped up on the feet. I think he's going to be wearing damage going into the second round. And I think he's going to eat a straight right hand. Straight right hand from Oliveira. Get dropped. Oliveira's going to jump on his back, immediately start looking for the rear naked choke and find it. I'm very confident in Oliveira. I'm very, very confident in Oliveira. And also, people overestimate or underestimate Oliveira's chin because a lot of the times he gets clipped. He doesn't get hurt badly. He just gets stung a little bit, but he'll fall to his back as a defense mechanism because of his jiu-jitsu. So that's my thought process behind it. And I mean, if you watch Beneil Dariush's striking, I don't think he, unless Oliveira gets super crazy, which he does sometimes, so don't get me wrong, it can very well happen. I just don't see Beneil, I almost said Daniil. I don't see Beneil Dariush putting him out. I just don't see that happening. I think that's highly unlikely. So, and I think that's Beneil's real path to victory is putting him out, finishing him, or hurting him a couple times where he gets down on top of him after he hurts him and then wins 2 rounds that way. But I just don't think it's going to work out for him. I think we're going to notice who's the better striker pretty early. And then I think you're going to see Beneil clinch up, get kneed to the body badly, and I think he's going to slow down. Beneil doesn't have bad cardio, but doesn't have amazing cardio. It's not like he's Colby Covington or Kamaru Usman. And I think you're going to see a late second round finish by Oliveira, rear naked choke. Going to clip him badly on the feet. I wanted to pick TKO, but the reason I didn't is because I feel like Oliveira is going to hurt him badly, drop him. He could finish him with TKO, but instead, his immediate thought process is go for the submission. So I think he's just going to go for the submission, and that's why I picked submission over TKO. New mythical fighter unlocked, Beneil Dariush. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I told you. Beneil Dariush. Got my Tapology up. Got all 11 picks locked in. But Derek, if Derek's still in here, if you wanted to just know my full card picks, I'll tell you my full card picks. I got Belbitsa by decision. I got David Dvorak by second round TKO. I got Blake Bilder by decision. I got Amin Zahabi by third round TKO. I got Miranda Maverick by decision. I got Chris Curtis by decision. I got Eric Anders by second round TKO. I got Ige by first round KO. I got Mike Malott by second round KO. I got Oliveira by second round sub, and I got Nunes by decision. If you just wanted to know, like, quickly my full card picks. I feel bad for the way I treated you earlier, Derek, even though I didn't mean anything by it. I just meant I've already gone through it so many times, and I'm going to go through it on Friday, which is not that far away. It's 48 hours we'll be doing the pre-fight stream. So, not going to lie, I feel like a Mystic Joey moment coming up. We'll see. We will see. I picked a couple decisions. I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decisions out of 11. So, that's almost half of them. I picked 5 decisions, dude. So, slow on down, buddy. Slow on down. But if you want to see my full breakdown, it's 17 minutes long, so it might be long for some of you. But I released it last night. Charles Oliveira, Beneil Dariush, full breakdown and prediction on the channel right now, if you care to watch it. I released it 22 hours, 11 minutes ago, according to YouTube. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Okay. I still can't believe this Dana White video popped off 12,000 views. That's really good for me. And it's still getting views. At about 3 a.m. last night, it picked up a second win. It had like 8,000 views ish. It had about 9,000 views ish, a little under 9,000 at about 2 a.m. And the next thing you know, it got a nice little uptick and got to 12,000. So it picked up, it was slowing down to a halt, and then it picked up like 4,000 views. But I hope we get a mystic moment coming up. That'd be nice. Odds Oliveira flatlines Beneil. Honestly, I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible Oliveira just flatlines him. But I'll say 15%. I would say 70%. I would say 80% confident that Oliveira wins in general. But I say finishes him, flatlines him. I say like 10 or 15%. But honestly, it wouldn't surprise me because I think he's going to hurt him badly. And if he goes for the TKO, he's probably going to KO him with ground and pound. I think he goes out. So for me, it should be even higher, really. Has Beneil ever been subbed? Yes, by Michael Chiesa. Must have joined late. Where's Jack? No idea. How confident are you in Curtis winning? I don't know. He's a slow starter, but Mavov slows down. I'd say about 70%. 70%. But Mavov is big. Is big, and I think he's going to try to clinch up and work the clinch. But he also has decent striking early. It's never too long for me. Pause. Yeah, for most people, they tell me the length is indicative of the amount of pleasure they receive. So, I'm just trying to pleasure you guys. Sup, Big Sexy? I'm going to the first UFC event. Floor tickets. It's the only event I can go to. Is BC, Dave? What does that stand for? What does BC stand for? Is that British Columbia? Is that what it stands for? That's what I feel like it stands for. Sun worshiper, outdoor expert, MMA junkie. Hey, man, I hope you have a good time. I hope you have a good time. I hope it's amazing. I hope you have the best fights ever, dude. I hope you're looking forward to Beneil versus Oliveira. British Columbia called that one. Imagine if Irene Aldana does that liver kick to Nunes. That'd be crazy. UFC 289 doesn't seem like a card worth buying. Dude, Oliveira, any card that Oliveira's on is a card worth buying, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Let me take a look at something. Okay. That's funny. Anyway, moving on. Only 3 good fights on the card, but it's all I can get, so I'm taking it. How much did the tickets cost? But either way, man, it could be a fine card. You'll enjoy it. I'd go. I would have went too. I'd have been disappointed, but I would have went. What else are we looking at? Joe, why is most media counting out? Everyone's counting out Oliveira, it seems. I must need to make a video on that. Do you guys remember? Let me go back to April. Let me go back on my YouTube channel. Let me see what I got here. April. Let's go back. One of my favorite videos that I did. Why is Israel Adesanya being counted out against Alex Pereira? And then I did a picture pointing at Adesanya and said, massive underdog. Maybe I need to bring that back for Oliveira. Because that video, I got so much. Let me go to the comments on that real quick. I got so much hate on that. Alex was winning round 1 until the final second. He won round 2. Lost round 3 because he went for a stupid trip. Lost round 4, but very close. Was winning round 5 and got the finish. He also won the leg kick game, the jab, and did more damage in the clinch and defended all the takedowns from Izzy and only got taken down because of the trip. Okay, first off, he won. He was winning the first round until the final second. Okay, well, you don't get to subtract moments from fights. He won round 2. Okay, it was clear. It was a close round, though, but it was a clear round for Pereira. Lost round 3 because he went for a trip. He got dominated in round 3. Lost round 4, but very close. I didn't think it was that close in round 4, but it was competitive. Round 5. Okay, got the finish. There's nothing I can say about that. But then I get, he's literally the favorite in the betting odds right now. If anything, people are underestimating Alex. Do not believe that. Just watched UFC 287. Okay, that's a good comment. Never mind. Alex literally outstruck Izzy on the feet last fight, yet you say Izzy is the better striker. Pereira was winning the first round before he got caught. I'm so these idiots we can't subtract moments from fights. You know what I mean? That's like saying, oh, Alex is still champion if he didn't get knocked out. He's still champion if he didn't get knocked out. Pereira stuffed all the takedowns except when he messed up that trip. Landed the heavier shots and won the leg kick battle. All the ads should be against Adesanya unless he's juicing. And there were so many more. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Pereira was winning 95% of the first round. That's so incorrect. That's not even funny. Israel's literally the favorite against a guy who's 3-0 against him. What is this title? Not everyone. A large percentage was counting Adesanya out. A large percentage of the media, a large percentage of the fan base, which is fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Just me saying it doesn't make it wrong. I'm just making an observation. And maybe I need to make that video for Oliveira. Floor tickets cost me $700 each for 2. I got a deal. That's pretty good. I picked Oliveira as well. Fair enough. For once, I agree with you, and on your pick, everyone is counting out. Thank you. Thank you, Jungle Mania. About time we're on the same page. Do you think Brandon Moreno could beat Pantoja? I think I'm picking Brandon Moreno. Just curious, is it norm for Americans to drink from plastic bottles at home? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Dude, I saw 80% saying Pereira was going to beat him. You can't convince me Alex was being counted out against Adesanya literally at all. Dude, everyone. It seemed like everyone was. You know how much shit I was getting? You know what? One thing I can appreciate about having a YouTube channel, I ate so much shit all week after my prediction video came out. Oh my, you're picking Izzy by second round KO, late second round KO. You're an idiot. You have no idea what you're talking about. How could you make this pick? If Izzy wins, it'll only be by decision. That moment of him KOing him in such a brutal fashion, which I exactly predicted, was just so enjoyable. It was just so enjoyable because of all the hate I got. And who was here? Let me know in the chat right now. Who was here on the Friday live stream before John Jones versus Cyril Gane? I picked John Jones. I ate so much shit for it. You're an idiot. John Jones almost lost to Dominic Reyes, and it was a robbery, and there's no way he was beaten. There's no way that he's beaten Cyril Gane. And I got a lot of shit about that. Check Discord. Exactly. I did a poll on my channel. It's probably changed now, but luckily I have a screenshot of it. Like 70% were picking Pereira in my poll. I mentioned it and put it in my video about him being counted out. Matter of fact, let me do a poll right now. Let me go on my channel right now. I'm doing it on my regular community tab. Image poll. Who wins at UFC 289? Option 1. Let's take a look. Damn, I don't know where these pictures are. I only have the side-by-sides, I think. Oh, okay, here we go. Charles. Option 2. Beneil Dariush. All right, I just got to find my pick. I like to do the picture polls instead. I feel like they're more aesthetically pleasing. So, boom. There we go. So I'll check that poll tomorrow. Jackson was going off. I don't know whatever happened to Jackson. Who are some of your favorite prospects right now? Natalia Silva comes to mind. Damn it. Why do I always have a tough time with this question? Renat Fakhretdinov comes to mind. Song Yadong, I don't know if that would be a prospect or not. He's more of a contender at this point. But he kind of comes to mind. I'm trying to think of other ones. Guram Kutateladze comes to mind if he can ever get in there. Well, there's a couple. I can't think of... I'm trying to think of more, but I don't know. Then you must have made a ton of money on that bet. You know what? People who actually vote for who they want to win instead of who they actually think is going to win. Could very well be. What bet are you talking about? Even though Pereira was going to win, everyone thought Pereira was going to win, including me, and I'm an Izzy fan. There you go. I was here. Dude, I ate so much shit for picking John Jones. I ate so much shit for picking Izzy. And guess what? To this day. Never mind. I was going to say to this day, I've only gotten one pay-per-view wrong this year. But I got 88 wrong. I picked Henry Cejudo. to win. I picked Cejudo to win. And I picked Usman to win. Every other pay-per-view I got right. 283, I picked Jamal Hill. 284, I picked Islam. 285, I picked Jones. 286, I picked Kamaru, which was wrong. 287, I picked Adesanya. So I'm 4-2 in pay-per-view picks. And literally, Cejudo could have got the decision. And to this day, I will die on this hill. I think Usman should have had a draw on Adesanya. I don't bet a lot, but I actually did place a $100 bet on Izzy by KO. So I don't remember how much I won exactly, but I placed a $100 bet on Izzy by KO. I wish I would have placed it on second round KO. That would have been, I would have made thousands probably. That probably would have been like plus 3,000 or some shit. What are your guys? Who in here knows what their record is for the pay-per-view main events this year? Pay-per-view main events only. I'm 4-2. I picked Oliveira. I almost picked Islam, but I was like, I've never picked against Oliveira in literal years. Since I started the channel, I've never picked against him. I believed he was going to be a future champion. Yeah, you're 6-0, I'm sure. Surely we get a 293 update this weekend. I don't know. It seems like maybe they're just waiting for 290 now. That's the vibe I'm getting. But yeah, I'm happy. Let me see. I know I did this math the other day. But let me take a look. Major results. UFC results. Okay, let's count rights. Right, wrong, wrong, right, wrong, right, right. I can't do this. This is too hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm 10, and let's see how many events there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm 10-8 right now on main events for the year total. 4-2 got Glover and Usman wrong. So you rocked out with Izzy as well then. I couldn't remember if you picked Izzy or not. You're 5-1. Regardless, your best pick was Izzy. Everyone had Alex. It seems like I'm getting that same vibe with Charles Oliveira. Seems like everyone's saying Benny's going to finish him. Seems like everyone's saying, ew, you're 1-5 this year? That's horrible, dude. What did I go? I used to try to keep track of it. I used to put it in my description. I can't do it. I stopped doing it. It's too difficult. It's too time consuming to keep track of it every single event, and then I forget to do it. Let's see what I did. Let's see what I did for pay-per-views in 2021 or 2022. Where am I at? I can't go back far enough. Oh, no, results. Let's go. 2. Okay, let's go pay-per-views for 2022. I got Ngannou right. I got Adesanya right. Don't want to talk about that one. Got it wrong. So 2. Got Volkanovski right. Got Oliveira right. Got Yuri Prohaska right. Got Adesanya right. That's 6. 7. Got Nunes right. Got Usman wrong, so I still 7. Got Ferguson wrong, so still at 7. Got Oliveira wrong, so still at 7. Got Adesanya wrong, so still at 7. And then the last one was a draw. So I got 7 right. I started off very, very hot. But let's see, how many events were there? There was... We got 270 the last event of the year. So I went 7-5 last year in pay-per-view main events. Let's see what I did in 2021 real quick, just out of curiosity. That's the one I was really tracking back in the day. Okay, so 257 I got wrong because I picked McGregor over Poirier in the rematch, original rematch, not the trilogy. 258 I got Usman, so I got right. So that's 1 right. I picked Blachowicz, that's right. So 2 right. I picked Ngannou, that's 3 right. I picked Usman, that's 4 right. I picked Oliveira. So wait a second. 58, 59, 60, 61 was right. 62 was right. That's 5. Picked Adesanya. That's 6 right. Picked Poirier. That's 7 right. Picked Gane. That's 8 right. Picked Volk. That's 9 right. Picked Teixeira. So that was wrong. Or no, picked Blachowicz. That was wrong. Picked Usman. So that's 10 right. Holy shit. I only got 2 pay-per-views wrong in 2021. 57. I went 10-2 in pay-per-view main events in 2021. I got McGregor in January wrong, and I got Glover Teixeira. I got Jan Blachowicz wrong against Glover Teixeira. Other than that, I got every single title fight right in 2021. That's crazy. That's really good. That's actually really good. So 2021 was a great year. 10-2. 10-2 pay-per-view main events. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Ooh, you're 1-5 this year. I got Izzy and Hill wrong. I was pretty confident in Hill, believe it or not. Glover's probably my worst pick. Conor letting Joey down. What else is new? That's exactly right. But I didn't think Poirier would mix in the clinch and grappling. So if I would have known that, and I didn't make a prediction video for that, but if I would have known that because I didn't have my channel then, if I would have known he was going to mix it in, I would have picked him 100%. I thought Poirier was going to go out there pridefully and strike the entire time and not mix in any grappling. If you told me for sure going into the fight he will grapple a little bit, I would have picked him in a heartbeat. My goal 1 year is to get every single pay-per-view right. Okay, where was I at? I don't even remember. Glover's probably my worst pick. I thought Glover was going to roll through Hill. I picked Hill. Hill has some unusual amount of strength. He scrambled at a full mount like it was nothing. I don't even remember that fight anymore. That's how long it's been. I'd have to rewatch that. Went from only missing 1 to having a 3 prediction losing streak. That is true. That is true. I got Jan wrong. I got Spivak wrong. I got Blades wrong, not Spivak. But I'm still doing all right this year. I'm still doing all right. And the accuracy of the ones that I've gotten right have been really solid, too. I picked Jamal Hill to get a finish, though, to be honest. I thought Jamal Hill would finish him. I can't wait for the co-main. Me either. Me either. Big ups, Joey. What's up? What's going on? Why are people really thinking Chandler and Conor don't fight if then Conor fights no one? I mean, I don't know. It's not booked yet, and it's been announced for 6 months, so that's probably why. Joey, thoughts on Izzy saying his beef with Jones is over because real recognize real? I have no idea what that means, dude. But I don't know. Jones would destroy him badly, and that's probably why the beef is over. Because if I'm Izzy, I don't want that fight by any means. So I wish I remembered. When did I stop? At some point I stopped. I just couldn't keep up with it. I used to put my record for main events in my description. In 2021, I stopped and I said I'm just going to track on Tapology so I know what I'm doing. Kind of. Jeez Louise, that was so long ago. So 274. Okay, 274 was last year. So I'm trying to find 269. We'll start there. Let's see. Let's see if I had it in that. At some point I just said, you know what, this is too much. Okay, 2021 pick record. As of UFC 269, which I got it. So was 269 the event of the year or no? UFC results. 269. 269. Was that the last event of the year? No, there was one more event of the year, and I got that right. So that would add 2 correct picks for this. So for 2021, I went 30-11 in main events, and I went 14-5 in title fights. That is crazy. So let me copy this real quick, just so I can post this in the chat, so I can remember this in the future. This was a hell of a year. And then I went 14-5. This was my 2021 pick record. Damn, I don't like... Hold on, let me retract that real quick. I accidentally clicked on it. I'm an idiot. I don't like the way I typed that. It's just aesthetically ugly. Let me remove that. Let me do this. Can I do this? Hold on. No, it doesn't work that way. I'm an idiot. I thought I could do like an enter, but I can't. So it's just going to have to be the way it is. So I went 30-11 in main events and 14-5 in UFC title fights in 2021. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Lightweight is so convoluted. So many contenders. That it is. Colby's going to ragdoll Leon. Doubtful. Have you ever changed the decision while the fight is going on? What do you mean change the decision? Change who I'm picking? Once the fight starts, you can't change who you're picking. That's just a rule of thumb. You did pretty good. Joey thoughts. Okay, read that. Conor letting Joey down. What else is new? Not a bad couple. Jan looked weird against Glover. Exactly. And I never thought Poirier would even attempt to grapple in the 257 fight. Let me just put it that way. At UFC 257, I never thought. I really truly never thought he would attempt to grapple in that one. Call Joe, I'm just cruising around, enjoying the cool night, listening to your podcast, bro. Keep it rocking. All right. I picked Dustin too. Couldn't believe he got the rear naked choke. He got rear naked choked again. I think I picked Oliveira by rear naked choke. I don't remember though. I don't remember for 100% certainty. But I know I picked Oliveira by sub, but I'm pretty sure it was rear naked choke. Can Benny please call out Islam after the fight? His call-outs have sucked. He should. He should be like, I'm next in line. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't liked this stream yet, do me a favor and like this stream. I would greatly appreciate it. The weekly live chat needs your likes. It needs your likes. All right? Damn, I need to hit another year like that. 30-11. 30-11. I don't even remember what I said I was for this year so far. I wish there was a way to look at that on Tapology. But I don't think there is. I'm 62% all time on Tapology. Imagine if I was like 40%. I'd be devastated. By year. For 2023, I got a 63% prediction rate. So typically I pick 6.5 out of 10 fights correct per card. And I had like 3 cards that really screwed my percentage. I was at like 65, 66. 10-8 this year for you. That's crazy. So I got more than half of the main event picks wrong that I got in all of 2021 halfway through the year. How mad will you be if Benny wins and he hits us with the I'm not a beggar line? Then I hope they skip over him, honestly. Nah, I don't want him to skip over him. I don't know, man. They should give him the title shot no matter what. But it will be slightly annoying. But I don't care for the antics. If he just says, look, I'm next for the title shot. I'm fighting Makhachev next. That's the fight I want. I'll see him in Abu Dhabi. That'd be suffice for me. I don't care if the UFC wants me to take on 10 more guys. Pause. I'll do it. Pause. Stop the fight. I like how Benji remembered what I said, but I I couldn't even remember. You know what's crazy? I wish someone, when this channel gets bigger, I need someone to track this for me. My cuts, when I do my cuts video, it seems like everyone that I'm cutting, the UFC's cutting. I would love to know the percentage. I would say it's at like 90% right now of the people that I want cut are being cut, which is hilarious. They all came out today. And I just thought that was hilarious. Shout out to the Clips channel. You subscribe to the Chips, the Chips. You subscribe to the Clips channel, dude. I haven't watched any recently, but yeah, he's always putting out good stuff. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get more of those. I don't care if anyone does. If anyone clips the channel, it doesn't bother me none. Just make them funny or interesting. I don't want you to just clip nothing. Andy's watching them. What do they got? How many subs do they got now? 60 subs? Hey, man, it's hard to get subscribers on YouTube. There's channels that wish they had 60 subs. Here, help this guy. This is one of the members of the Discord. Go subscribe to his channel. He clips out some of the channel stuff. So go subscribe to his channel. He's helping the channel because people might find the clips on shorts and then they might come subscribe to the channel. So it's a win-win in my opinion. Damn, I remember making this video. I was devastated. Rumble and Yo Romero got canceled. Damn. I had a luscious head of hair here. I had an absolute luscious head of hair here. I'm just looking at old pics. Old videos, I mean. Mandy Bohm should have been cut. Is she not cut? I wanted her cut for sure. I wanted her cut for sure. I know Maxim Grisham got cut, which I called for him being cut the other day. How many MMA Joeys would it take to Mog a prime Michael Myers? What's Mog mean? Would it beat up? Just one. I would. That motherfucker moves so slow. I'd have done chopped off his head. I'm not running either. Okay. When you see them type of weirdos just constantly chasing after you, I'm done running. He can think I run. Next thing you know, I'm behind him. I chop his head off before he can even stab me. So one. Two if you want to be extra safe, but one, I'd take him out. Dude moves so slow. I'd give him that move. If Michael Myers rolled up on me, I'd give him that move that Kip tried to perform on Rex from Rex Kwon Do and Napoleon Dynamite. That little leg sweep. I'd perform that and then I'd chop his head off. If he was trying to kill me. If he's not trying to kill me, I'm not interfering. Ain't none of my business. Ain't none of my business. But yeah. I ain't scared of. There ain't a grown man alive that I'm scared of. You'll never see me scared, okay? Unless I actually think I'm gonna die, then I'd be a little bit scared, alright? But I'm not scared of no grown man walking around slow as shit. I want to be the first UFC fighter with a Rex Kwon Do base. Yeah. Thank you for the $199, Mr. Grooming Shop. I appreciate the $199 with the little arrow pointing up. But yeah, you think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys? Don't think so. Don't think so. It's hard to believe. Forget about it. Is that what he says afterwards? Forget about it? Dude, that's funny. Napoleon Dynamite is absolutely fucking hilarious. Coach would have put me in fourth quarter. We would have took states. I love saying that one. Or how about when Napoleon and I think it's Pedro, or is it Kip? No, it's Pedro. It's him and Pedro rolling up to the house on the bike. Kip's eating a steak on the step, and Uncle Rico's like, watch this. Dude grabs his steak off his plate and just throws it, mollywops Napoleon right in the face. Whoever wrote that movie, directed that movie, all the actors involved, they need some type of award. That's one of the funniest movies of all time. I laughed so hard. And then Kip's online girlfriend, LaFonda, he's like, yeah, we pretty much been chatting online. I've been pretty much chatting online with babes all day. I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious. So, and then when Kip's trying to sell Tupperware, and he's trying to show how strong it is, and he puts it underneath the tire and he runs it over and it just explodes, and then he just drives away. He just gives up trying to sell it. Dude, Uncle Rico recording himself in the field. Uncle Rico is just hilarious. Yeah, how much you want to bet I could throw a pigskin over those mountains? I don't think so, Uncle Rico. Or glamour shots by... There's just so many... There's so many great Napoleon Dynamite moments. I have the Funko Pop of Kip holding up the sign that says LaFonda, which is just hilarious. I'm trying to think of some other good Kip moments. I love the one where he's like, "You're just jealous, Napoleon, because I've been chatting online with hot babes all day." Or he's like, "You think you can pull me into town?" And then he's pulling him into town on his rollerblades. Jeez, that movie, there'll never be another movie like that. That movie is so funny. The glamour shots by Deb. The dance at the end. And then the fact they're playing tetherball at the end. And dude's just hitting it crazy. What year did Napoleon Dynamite come out? 2004. Or Tina, you fat lard, come get some food. Or come get some dinner. I mean, seriously, this better have gotten awards. I would give anything to go back and watch that again for the first time, not knowing what happened. What a classic, dude. I wonder whatever happened to Kip. Kip from Napoleon Dynamite now. Kip from Napoleon Dynamite looks so different outside of character. That's crazy. That was such a great show. It was such a great movie. They actually made a Napoleon Dynamite cartoon for a while, and I thought it was going to be horrible. It was actually hilarious. There was one scene where they're riding around on jet skis, and then they zoom out, and they're in like a small above-ground pool. It's hilarious. Do you like Tenacious D? Haven't really seen it. So I don't really even know. I've heard that before. What is that? Like a band or something? I don't even know. But I haven't seen it. But I've heard of that before. Whatever it is. Hey, Joey, what's up? How would you grade 1 to 10 highlight of these Brazilian fighters? Silva, Barboza, Oliveira, Belfort, Aldo. How would you grade 1 to 10? Oh, dude, when he kicked the tots, that was hilarious, too. He's like, can I have some? Highlights of these fighters. Without looking at them off the top of my head, I give Anderson Silva like an 8. I give Barboza like a 6. I give Oliveira like a 7 or 8. Belfort, probably like an 8. And Aldo, I say like a 6. Aldo doesn't have that many crazy finishes, especially if you're talking about mainly UFC career. He had that like flying knee KO of Cub Swanson in WEC, which I guess you can count. But he didn't have a lot of finishes in the UFC. A lot of crazy finishes, at least. Have you seen Me, Myself, and Irene? I have not. I can't believe. Who remembers when we were just talking about, oh, I'm so excited for March. March is going to be phenomenal. And then now all of a sudden it's the middle of June. Imagine grading Spider at 8. What does that mean? There's only 10. That's top tier right there. So, I don't know what more you want me to do. Just off the top of my head, dude, I don't know what we're grading based on. Are we grading based on just finishing highlights, regular highlights? Dude, it was just a quick question. I don't know. It's funny because there's absolutely no plot. There's a plot. It's getting Pedro as class president. You're not scared of Prime Vanderlei? I would whoop Prime Vanderlei, all right? I'd whoop Prime Vanderlei badly. He wouldn't stand a chance. He wouldn't stand a chance. At all. He would get wrecked. I can't believe Weidman's returning. I know I put that in the title, so we might as well talk about it. I can't believe he's finally returning. He's been out for over 2 years. I think he's going to lose, though. I feel bad. Weidman's going to come back, get KO'd, and then retire. I don't think he's going to win. So, it's craziness. It's absolutely craziness. I thought he was going to retire. Now he's coming back against Brad Tavares. He was already washed before he broke his leg. So I just don't think... I think he's going to come back and get finished and then have to retire. It's sad. Yeah, I saw that. He's going to throw the hardest leg kick. It makes sense, though. It really does make sense. If you had to make a quick prediction of Prime Silva, Prime GSP, how do you think that would have gone down? I would pick Prime Silva. But GSP might have been able to just out-grapple him. You hate the opponent, but it makes sense. At least it's not a top 15 guy. What are they going to give him, some bum? Dude, he struggled with Amari Akhmedov. He's not going to beat Brad Tavares when he's going to be worse. 2 years older, coming off a leg break. Herb Dean, and I stand by this, and that's why I made the video. Herb Dean literally ruined his career. Literally ruined his career. By not stopping that Luke Rockhold fight sooner. If you want to laugh, watch me. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll do it. Joey, are there any matchups right now you'd make right now if you dictated the UFC with Shillelagh in hand? If I could brandish my Shillelagh and make any matchups, I'm making Shavkat versus Hamzat. What else am I making? I'm making Shavkat versus Hamzat. I'm making Leon Bilal too. As crazy as that sounds, that needs to be made. I'm making John Jones versus Francis Ngannou. Volkanovski versus Jair is already a dream fight. There's probably some other ones, but they're the ones I can think of off the top of my head. I really want to see Yuri versus Adesanya eventually. So, Joey, it's the kid. I've changed my channel name twice in the last 3 days. I can't stick with something. What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying. Okay, but okay. He said the first thing he's going to do is throw the hardest leg kick. I saw that. It does make sense because he's going to be... That's gonna stress him out. The winner of Strickland fight should get Izzy. I don't know about all that. The Kid MMA Prodigy. What are you changing your name for? Why don't you just stick with the name you had? That's what 891 subscribers already know you by. I just went to your channel. I see. It's you. I don't know why you wouldn't just stick with the name you picked. You have 172 videos. MMA rants. You should have just stuck with what you had. I don't see why I change it. It's not, success doesn't come overnight, dude. I'm just going to be doing 8 to 10 minute rant videos from now on. I'll just do it as a hobby. So you're not, what do you mean? What did you do before? Free betting, full card breakdowns. I don't get it. You got to just keep making. None of this content is consistent. And then some of these thumbnails are horrible. I mean, you got to have better thumbnails than this. It's not that hard to put a couple pictures together and put some text over top of it. Like, UFC judging is rigged. Horrible thumbnail. You know, you got to have something catchy. You know, not just a grainy picture of you. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on you or anything. I'm just giving you advice here. I would just stick with what you have. You already have, you know, what, 900 people who know who you are based on that. I'm just giving you my advice, but you don't have to take my advice at all. You know, MMA rants is just so generic. What you had before was at least unique. I don't think anyone else had that name. Yeah, when I search that, your account comes up. So nobody else. I don't know. Dude, do what you want, but I'm not trying to shit on anyone or anything, but like the thing is, I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to make success happen overnight. It's not going to happen, dude. For months, I mean, not for months because I had a couple outliers, but for a while, dude, I was getting like 40, 50 views. How long you been doing it? July 18th of 2022? So you haven't even been doing it consistently for a year. And you're worried about it? You have, back here, you have some good thumbnails. UFC Las Vegas, Jan versus Dvalishvili full card predictions, picks and predictions. That's a good thumbnail. Some of these other ones are just generic, but they're not horrible. I think you're just trying to have success overnight, and it's never going to happen, dude. It doesn't, from what I'm looking at, I don't see any consistency here. It's like bunch of videos, then no videos. Bunch of videos, then no videos. 3 weeks ago, bunch of videos, good thumbnail, no videos. Shitty thumbnails. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing my best to give my thoughts. I'm not going to lie to you. And again, I don't know anything about what's going on in particular with your channel. And I'm not saying I'm some know-all, end-all, be-all of YouTube. I mean, I've been doing it for 2 years, only got 10K. So, I mean, I'm happy with that myself personally. But I'm just saying, it's not like I got 1 million subscribers over here. But you can't, there's no channel that's going to be successful without interesting thumbnails, interesting titles, and then you have to back it up with an interesting video. That is it. That is it. And then you have to have consistency. If you're jumping in for a week and then out for 5 weeks and in for a week, out for 6 months, in for a week, it's never going to happen. For some reason, and I knew this because I did a lot of research for years because I wanted to start a YouTube channel. It doesn't happen overnight. It never happens overnight. It takes a long time. So, and I have so many videos because, and I've told this story so many times, when I started my channel, I didn't care about anyone watching the videos. I just wanted to get the process down. Recording the video, coming up with a video idea, recording the video, deciding on a thumbnail, deciding on a title, and just going through the motions because you only learn through experience. And now I have this 2 years of experience and I can kind of dial it in, and I built this smaller audience that I have now. And I kind of have my thumbnails and my titles dialed in. I just got to keep being consistent, keep working to improve every chance I have, and keep putting out good content. Or at least what I deem good, and if people like it, they like it. Did a part of you want to say Weidman's leg folded like a Luscious V? I never even thought of throwing the Luscious in there. No nonsense MMA Joey. You'll change it back? I mean, do what you want, dude. Do what you want. But it ain't gonna, your name isn't gonna matter that much if you're not consistent. And if you got shit thumbnails, it's not gonna matter. So I feel like you're still young, dude. You got plenty of time. You can work on it for 2 years and try to stay consistent. Try to put out at least a couple videos a week. And people will eventually start watching, dude. Anyone can build up a community on YouTube. Anyone. I feel like you're always mean to me, Joey. I just want to be buds. Okay, we're buds then. I don't even know what you mean. Izzy beat everyone. That's why I say give him a Strickland fight, especially if Strickland gets the KO. Okay. I mean, Strickland can be a contender. At what point did you feel the most embarrassed being a UFC fan when CM Punk fought? Yes. Probably. I mean, the way he galloped across. Does anyone remember that gallop when he fought CM Punk? Let me go look that up. UFC Fight Pass. I want the full HD CM Punk. You know that's got to be in here. Mickey Gall versus CM Punk. The way he galloped across that. They brought in Mickey Gall just to be a bum. They brought in Mickey Gall to be a bum and potentially lose. And watch the way he gallops across the cage here. I haven't seen this fight in so long. Imagine me and Keith Peterson. Keith Peterson's like, I need a cigarette. Dude looks like Bobby from King of the Hill. I'm done. I'll never forget this gallop. I can't wait to watch it again. He just looks unathletic in there. And looks uncoordinated. Look at that gallop. He gallops out and gets double-legged immediately. No takedown defense. Dude, Mickey Gall should be embarrassed for not finishing him immediately. And Mickey Gall is bottom of the barrel. Oh, he did. Okay, he finished him in... It took him like 2.5 minutes to finish him. Tapped him out. Dude got embarrassed by Mickey Gall. The way he galloped out. And got double-legged immediately. He had no spatial awareness just to react to that. And I guess he did finish him pretty quick. He got him full mounted pretty easily. Dude had no defense there. Not saying I would, but I'm saying that's just hilarious. They put him in the UFC. And dude had no defense at all. They literally signed bums to fight him. I'd have went out. I wouldn't have tapped. And the way he tapped... I'm the guy sitting on the couch right now with like potato chips all over his shirt. It's like, I wouldn't have tapped to that. I would have done better than that. Yeah, I would have got wrecked too. Thank you, Joseph. I always wanted to have a butt of my own. Okay. Weidman prediction. I think Weidman gets finished. Your take on Jarrett Gordon was... I don't know what that first emoji is, but fire. Oh, and the Dana White video? Are you talking about the Dana White video, bro? Is that what you're saying? Dude thought he was in 300. The way he galloped. I'll never get over that. I thought Gall was cut. Did he get cut? Who's someone not in the UFC you'd want to see it signed other than Ngannou? Cedric Dambe. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, to be honest. I don't remember. I'd love to see Usman Nurmagomedov in the UFC. Brendan Loughnane from PFL should be in the UFC. Vadim Nemkov should be in the UFC. Corey Anderson should be in the UFC. Patricio or Patricky Pipple, whichever one's the smaller one, should be in the UFC. Gall got cut after he got KO'd by Mike Mallet. Okay, fair enough. I did not know that. But I was saying he's bottom of the barrel UFC at the time he fought CM Punk. Yeah, Usman Nurmagomedov for short. Yeah, I don't know why the media was there. Does YouTube Live bring in you random viewers or subscribers only? I would say mainly subscribers, but occasionally some randoms. Is there any? Let's ask the chat. Is there anybody in here right now who just found the stream today and you've never seen the channel before? I would love to know. I would absolutely love to know. Why do you ask, random? I'll be honest and say I'm not biased against Dagestanis, not even because I think their style is boring, but because they beat all my favorite fighter. Oh, you say you are biased. Fair enough. A lot of people hate them and then pretend that they, oh, it's because they're boring when they're not even boring. Joey's dying to have Danny Sabatello in the UFC. Danny Sabatello is horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. But, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people hate Islam for beating Charles. I think Charles was a lot of people's favorite fighters, and now everyone's picking against him. I like GSP, who's more boring than them. There you go. There you go. Actually, let's take a look at my poll now. Let me take a look at my poll. How is it progressing? 55% is taking Oliveira so far. So we'll see how that maturates over the next 24 hours. But I think I might have to do a video, though, regardless. I hate that Charles can't take clean shots. He can take some shots, dude. Pause. Big pause. Just got here after some training. What's up, Joey? Nothing. We were slandering you earlier. We were outright slandering you. It was a good time. It was a great time. But do me a favor, guys. Everyone in here, check and make sure you're subscribed. We're almost there. We're so close. We are so close. We are so close. We are so close. We are so close. We're at 9,827 subs. So we are 173 subscribers away. So just double check. We've almost went 2 hours on this live chat tonight. So soon we're going to get out of here. But I will be live on Friday and I will be live on Saturday. So who's joining me for the fight card on Saturday? I would love to know. Who's going to join me live watching UFC 289? I think Oliveira has the same issue as Cody Garbrandt. Horrible striking defense. Yeah, the striking defense is the issue. Benji will be joining me. Seems like nobody else is answering anything but Benji. Liked, you always got to worry about him being dropped or hurt. Yeah, that is true, but I think it's over-exasperated by the fact that if he gets stung at all, he'll just fall to his back as a defense mechanism. You'll be joining. I'll be here for that Oliveira KO reaction. Let's go do Bronx. Andy says he'll pull up only if you're 6'3". Joe, when you hit 10K, can I wrap the prestigious BMF belt around your waist? Now, I think 10K subscribers alone is more prestigious than any UFC belt anyway. I love Cody because of his performance against Cruz. Yeah, and then he fell off a cliff afterwards. That's crazy. Dude's chin just said, yeet. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I think I might need to do that video tomorrow maybe about Oliveira being counted out. I made that Israel Adesanya video, and boy, did it pay off. And no matter what, it's a good video. Even if he ends up losing, it's still a good video, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Had to reset my PC. What were you slandering me about? Wouldn't you like to know? And that knockout of a Sunset, I know, back in 2020. Do you think Charles will make the same mistake again going to his back against grapplers? Well, when he got clipped by Islam, I think he was just hurt. And he didn't expect Islam to lock up that arm triangle so quickly. I mean, Islam just snatched it so quick. He said, "Give me that arm triangle." Dude, it was so quick. Let me see something really quick. I'm looking. Why is there nothing? YouTube sucks sometimes. That's horseshit. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Do it. Beneil versus Oliveira giving up. Beneil versus via Oliveira giving up. That's not going to happen, dude. That's not going to happen, dude. Beneil calls Oliveira a quitter. It's done for. I need your opinion. You'll be the deciding factor. Why I got to be the deciding factor? So one's all caps. I wouldn't do the one with all caps. I would just get rid of the word "the" altogether. I would get rid of the word "the" altogether. And just do MMA. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Mine's all caps, I think. I would get rid of the "the" altogether. Why do you need "the" in it anyway? Isn't it crazy we almost had Chandler as lightweight champ? I know. In his second fight in the UFC, too. His second fight in the UFC almost became champ. This close. He would have that belt would have been gone quick. That belt would have been gone quick. As we can see, Gaethje beats him and Poirier beats him. Went to decision with Gaethje, but got... Whew. Dude, Chandler, that first round against Dustin Poirier was insanity. But yeah, it is crazy that Chandler in his second fight in the UFC almost had a UFC title. Very crazy. What is this? I'm just searching. I'm just looking through random live streams online right now. There's so many MMA channels. Most of them are playing UFC video games. Which is just crazy to me. There's all these like random ones that come up. So weird. But anyway. Didn't Chandler bite him or was it the other way around? Chandler was sticking his fingers in Poirier's mouth. I actually did a whole video on it. And was rubbing the blood into his mouth intentionally. And I forgot what else he did. I think it was shots to the back of the head. I remember when Chandler said in that 262 post-fight, I'll have that belt in 12 months. I remember thinking, okay, we'll see. It's been 2 years since. That is crazy that it's been that long. That was in May of 2021. That was in old May of 2021. I wonder how many views my prediction video got for that. Holy shit. Look at this. My UFC 262 prediction for Ferguson versus Dariush did 87 views. Let's see what my Chandler one did. My Oliveira versus Chandler prediction got 206 views. Boy, did I look young here. I feel like I look young, dude. The YouTube's taking years off my life. Young, long hair. That's wild. Now I'm looking too old. But yeah, I knew Chandler. I don't think Chandler ever becomes champ, honestly. Ever becomes champ. Speaking of the lightweight division and Charles Oliveira, before I get out of here, I need you guys to do me a massive favor. A very, very massive favor. Help boost it in the algorithm. My full breakdown and prediction. Everyone go to this video, like it, comment on it, and watch it all the way through. That would help me greatly. That would help me greatly. So go do that. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow, but maybe not. I'll probably just relax tomorrow. Maybe we do a video or two. I have a couple video ideas I want to do about judging. And I want to do a video about Oliveira being counted out. But I got to think about that more. Maybe I'll do 1 or 2 videos tomorrow. And then I'll do my typical stream on Friday. And then I'll do my Saturday stream up for the fights. So I am going to get out of here. Do me a favor, like this stream before you go. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't watched my Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush full breakdown and prediction, the link is in the chat. Also, I have a video of my full card predictions. It's on the channel. Go check it out. If you go to my channel directly, I have a UFC 289 playlist at the top. So if you guys want to help the channel, go watch those videos and watch them to completion. So help boost them in the algorithm. I'm getting out of here. Good night. Goodbye. It's 12 a.m. I'm going to bed early tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I will talk to you guys soon. Good night.